Here we go again. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Another Morning in Chris's basement. You really want to be here. It is August 2024, and you're listening to Keel or No Keel episode 4 this time. In this game, we'll be using the Wildsea world setting and its system. And we have over here...
I'm Dylan, playing Onion.
I'm Taylor, playing Caesar Dallas.
Chris playing Millie. Ian playing Welsh Clearwing.
All right, so last episode was exciting, full of more airtime for someone without wings than a Nielsen family. What did you guys get up to last time?
I've already forgot. We both hindered and helped
Other teams.
another team.
Yes, we ruined Raph's day and then kept them from having an even worse one. And then we completely vaulted over those other two lame-o boats' heads. I believe there was a secret tunnel.
We went fast.
We blasted through a tree. We did go very, very fast. It's a blur, mostly.
I killed the spider monkey spider. I was on my arm. We're screaming.
The team mascot, no!
Theodore, no!
Whoa!
Don't name it. It makes it worse.
Ian has a scary sapsack.
Yeah, I'm a sack bomb. Sapsack bomb.
Attach it to the harpoon, add even more explosive power.
Sapsack bomb.
Catch! As another team goes by.
So you ended the last section with like all your dodge, ducks, dip dives, and dodges, cutting down trees and whatnot. Again, remarkably peacefully. You guys are just making this thing look like it's something anyone can do. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. And as you come into another section, this one's like more kind of like a highway. And it's got, for the first time you've seen actual people. And they seem to be just kind of like milling around, doing general jobs on the edge of the forest.
That's a rookie mistake.
Pruning
this is a race.
Fruiting it. It's also a business mountain.
No. They've made mistakes.
So they're like harvesting off the edges of this area. You see a few of them going inside the forest with like little teams in suits and coming back out. You know, carrying some, valuable harvestables. They've got little escorts with them, but they're not really concerned. They're staying off to the edges, more out of the way.
Shouldn't have been in the way of...
They look like enemies.
You're joking, but...
Bust out that crane again.
He said valuables, right? I
Yeah.
heard valuables.
I heard valuables too.
Well, and part of the race is that we're allowed to take specimens from the mountain if we win the race. And we're fully intending on winning the race. So we're just sort of dipping into our winnings early, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we steer directly at them.
The bonus point scream. But no, you are implied not to aim for.
Yeah, no.
And there's not like it's not like there's lots of them all lining up and down this highway. Like while you're traveling along, you see them every like kilometer or two. Like
So I have lots of time to pick many of them off.
Yes.
Blurs of people go by as we go ludicrous speed.
Okay.
And in the distance, you see what appears to be a start line, like just like kind of floating in the middle of the water.
Oh, we're going through it. We have to go through.
Are we? Is there a smaller race that's taking place in the course of our bigger race?
So
What makes it look like a start line and not a finish line?
it says start.
We're going through it. We need to.
I'm not fighting you on
What if
this
we go
one.
through it, it makes us go back to the beginning?
It's a risk.
Okay.
All right. So okay, with that, who's doing what?
I'll be back on spotted.
I'll drive, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna hunt something delicious or
Okay.
someone delicious. I don't know.
Okay.
I also figured I would do specimen
Okay.
acquisition.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do your acquisitions. We'll do the watch roll first, and then acquisitions, and then pilot.
3.
I was like, "Oh, you failed," but no, that's not.
That's not how this works.
All right. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't like when you lose.
So, as you guys just, no. Okay, I got it. Next is resources.
Yes.
So I'm going to use my knowledge of this area, which I've clearly studied before, for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm working it into my canon.
You were prepping for the race.
Exactly. So some of my studies actually come in handy here, as far as my. What am I gonna? I'm just gonna whip my chain in the water and
Chains.
yeah, whip my chains back and forth. Exactly. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. You can grab any aquatic type plant specimen you want.
Any aquatic type plant specimen.
Give us some examples.
Yeah, I didn't really
Okay,
want, I didn't
let's
really want
see.
options.
We have a sucker- No. Even better. So you pull up a strand of sea cucumber. It's a type of kelp, and they can grow up to like 40 meters long, but still sea cucumber. So they, when they eat, they expel their entire stomachs. Correct. So when these ones do it, it covers almost a football field sized of this like silky, sticky net that just rises up and floats around them.
I regret everything I've ever said.
So you pull up, you just tore one off halfway, so you have a length of about 10 feet of it.
Okay, I'm calling it the long cumber.
The Cumber Bomb.
Long cumber. Oh
It is a long cumber.
Okay.
Yeah, so I figured I would use Sharp's Hunt and my Swift Hawk to send my hawk ashore to grab some of that bounty we saw.
Okay. Do you want insect or a fruit?
Fruit.
You want a fruit? Okay. You're going to pull out. Let's see. You're going to pull out what appears to be a small segmented cherry. And when your hawk brings it back, it does not drop it at your feet or anything like that. It flies in very purposefully and just kind of settles down gently and leaves it there and flies up and kind of sits far away.
It's a cherry bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you add a cherry bomb to your
Yeah,
inventory.
I was like,
Guys, dang it!
I was just trying to think because I'm like segmented. I was trying to picture it.
So think of like how a pineapple looks like,
Okay.
but as small as a cherry,
Hmm.
and each of them are like little tiny, like rounded segments, like corn almost.
All right.
It's a pineapple grenade.
Yeah.
And a cherry bomb at the same time.
And as you guys finish pulling up your bounties, as you guys are going along at your just brisk pace, the storm clouds roll in, and it starts to pitter patter and rain. And unfortunately, because of how the water system works, this rain's a little bit shiny. Sometimes it kind of looks crystalline, like the water below you, but not all the time. And it just starts coming in harder as you see little peals of lightning in the distance. And it's just like you are now in the middle of a storm as you're racing through this start line, which would then come to what we see. So how fast are we going?
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous speed? Okay. We have no engine tending this time, so we're just going our normal ludicrous speed.
Regular ludicrous, not extra.
So who's on the deck? It was...
Me and Dylan.
Okay, so you're on the deck proper, and your ship, while not tall, it is still a ship. So you guys, as you just see on either side of you as you're hunting, hey, what the heck? As you pass what appears to be two different boats. One looks like you, but like completely encased in armor. So your ship, but just like full armor plates. Like someone built a facsimile of a log, just out of iron. And the other one. Oh, I don't like the RPY, which appears to be just like this little koi, or I say little koi fish. It's a big koi fish that has a bunch of like cute like little Gao teens on it, all riding this like multicolored koi fish, with like a little bit of music bopping in the background, and they have like some what look like wraps around their head made of like ivy and wood. And it's just, and you stare at this thing, you kind of rub your ears, it bugs you. It just keeps incessantly making this noise. And you just whip past them, right past the start line. And there's like, 3, 2, 1, go! And you just hear from behind you, and you are now in a race with the armored canoe and the RPY.
Checkpoints have to be spent at the interlude.
No.
Okay. Okay, so I want to spend 6 of mine to combine my Swift Hawk and my Mountain Snouter.
Okay. What are you going to call this new aspect you fused together? Because you can rename
It's
it.
going to be my Mountain Hawk.
Mountain Hawk. Okay. Get the eagles. No, I'm going to get the boars. I'll solve this problem right now. Okay, so you now have a flying mountain
Tusked pig.
tusked pig that is rideable
Yes. It can distract and blind.
and can distract and blind the enemies that attack you. Okay, so after you keep dunking your things in the river just constantly, you're like something's got to give.
Hawk is sitting on the boar, and
Yeah.
in the storm of the mutant
There we
juice,
go.
they mutate together. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. They become glued together on the cellular level.
Shouldn't have been preening him. Those tasty mites shouldn't have done it. Okay, perfect. So you are now in a race with these two.
Do we see the finish line?
No.
Not the final finish line. Like the finish
Yeah.
line for this race.
Yes, you see it just at the edge of the horizon within sightline.
We ain't, I assume, right? Like we're
This armored canoe is still open on top, correct?
Correct. You are very much correct. Yes.
is it like
Okay.
glass kind of around like for the top of it? Or is it like actually open? Like, because it's an armored canoe, so is it like fully encased?
No.
with,
It's
like, a
so
glass?
It's got some type of membrane on top, but it's
Okay.
not like
But like it's a see-through membrane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no! I got the canoe. You guys worry about the other stuff.
oh, I mixed up. Yeah, it's too bad.
I don't know either, but you guys can worry about that one.
So, if
They're basically a party boat, I'm pretty sure.
you think of like a bunch of like idols, like teen idol gals, all like playing poppy, like really techno-y, and they're like flashing with the different colors.
They showed up for the optics.
Okay, but it is not totally encased then.
No, that's the koi fish.
Okay.
The armored canoe is 3 just like monocolored toadstools.
Yeah.
1 green, 1 red, and 1 blue, which is also their names, but not their colors.
I love that.
It broke me a little bit, I will admit.
Because I'm thinking that I would like to get on my Mountain Hawk, fly over top of, I'm assuming the RPY, I guess, and drop the cherry bomb on them.
Okay, I don't know if your Mountain Hawk is as fast as the ship. Catching up might be a problem.
Are we not ahead of them?
No, like him catching up with you.
Can we not use I assume it's a crane rope, right, that we have? Almost kind of like, paragliding. The boat is pulling you while you're on there, and it's that way it's keeping...
But here's another thing. I don't have to ride it.
Okay.
I can send it to drop the cherry bomb, and it can catch up with us at the finish line.
You just lose access to it for the rest as you keep speeding away from it for the rest
That's what I'm
of
saying.
it.
If we have the crane,
Paragliding's not a bad idea.
and then we can reel it in.
We got rope or boat.
It's up to
Tie
you.
off.
I'm thinking
Never
of something.
don't tie off.
No.
No, I'm thinking I'm just going to shoot him with a vortex box.
Okay. So you're just gonna go out the back of the ship. It is myself.
Yeah.
All right.
When in doubt, can.
Wait, are you murdering the teen girls? Or okay. I just wanted to know.
Just making
All right.
sure.
I wanted it to
So
be
you're gonna
objectively
do that.
stated.
Who's gonna be our pilot? Who's gonna be our watcher? And who's gonna do the other task?
So you guys pilot and watch, and I'll take out the canoe, and he takes out the koi fish.
Okay, I'll pilot the boat.
Okay. So now remember, you guys
can
are
kill
in
all
the
the
storm
fun.
with sometimes an effluent rain.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is doing tasks?
They're doing the tasks. We're piloting.
pilot
while they do the
watch.
tasks.
Okay. So I want the watch and the piloting to roll first this time.
That wasn't in the box.
That's okay. It wasn't loud. But
2.
okay.
We're
Okay.
going very fast.
Okay.
You
That's
didn't
not
say
a
I had to
fail.
roll anything.
No,
You
you're
just-
right. Okay, so
It's just what I see.
you see in the storm above you, it's just now that the storm has like started whipping up the waves and stuff, all of like the kelp and like all the growth that's inside is started just getting like ripped up and tossed up and kind of exposed and stuff. So every so often you'll just have like this wall of not liquid but like greenery in front of you.
We can easily just go right through it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's what.
No, that the option is totally available to you.
But
You're right.
I'm not the driver. That's up to you.
And then behind you, you see that the other two seem to be completely ignoring each other now, and are just like focused on you, who's ruined their like mono like family duel that's gone down forever with like these boring monocolored toadstools and these like multicolored like festive so outgoing people. Their families have been at war forever. You ruined it. It was supposed to be a one-on-one to end it all, and this just comes in like an asshole.
We were the starting flare. I don't know what they're talking about. We got paid to do this, okay?
So you see like the koi fish is remarkably fast as it's jumping out of the water. You guys, you see its eyes and mouth just start glowing with each jump, and then you see the log. It kind of like twists and flips and capsizes, but it still keeps coming, and it's functioning like those old toys we used to have, like the flippy RC cars that work no matter what direction they were. And you start seeing like spikes come out and over the top of the front of it, and it starts like charging towards you even faster than like a pincer maneuver almost, with the koi just a little bit behind, glowing with each.
They're unleashing their secret power.
Yeah, they've chosen violence.
This is for the first time. You are not the aggressors.
That makes what I'm about to do make me feel less.
Now we go to the task, folks. So you see this as you're off the edge of the ship, and he tells you, "The fire and the lasers." There's like a pokey super ram coming at you.
They're going like this. You pull back, they hit each other, and we fire the harpoon.
We never stop. That's the problem. They know it's the one thing we won't do is stop. They have no worries.
And then depending how these go, we'll have also you're going to be doing some actions here with your Mr. on piloting the ship.
I will continue to do that.
No. You'll actually have to.
I
Sure,
roll
so
like
I-
armor and seals and all that other sort of.
So I
nonsense.
had sharps, sense, and vortex box.
Okay. What I think the vortex box gives you the ability to do it, right?
The vortex box is long range
Massive.
blast damage.
Okay.
Is it massive blast damage or just
He's not a ship.
I don't think it's the cannon. I think it's just long range blast.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't get a dice for the weapon.
Yeah, no, just as long range blast damage. Yeah. Okay. So 3 for sense, 1 for sharp.
Bingo.
And then you get one for the actual item itself?
Not this time.
That allows him to do.
Oh, yeah.
Pair of 4s, pair of 2s.
Okay, so it's a conflict.
Conflict with a twist.
Conflict with a twist. So you, does anyone want to take a twist? For the shot from the vortex cannon?
It arcs and hits an additional target.
No, it's gonna kick up. It's gonna it's gonna kick up more of that water. So, it's raining and it's sparkling, but that vortex blast, when it hits, is gonna cause more splash. So it's extra sparkly and extra blinding.
Okay. All right. So we'll
Atomizes.
we'll do that. So your shot hits them, but also kind of hits them at the water line. So there's just this huge explosion of water, just completely encapsulating them. There's this shining mist as they kind of disappear from view. So that was good.
And in the blind confusion, they hit the other boat.
Oh no, I'm taking credit.
You're taking it.
No, you take that from him.
Have this ready. I've had it ready from the beginning.
All right.
All right, and then we cut over to the other one.
Yes. I'm going to take a long, deep puff on my pipe
And then you fire the laser.
and exhale this massive cloud of smoke. And with my dust cloud that I can create as well, and I can control how it reflects and distorts things, and I can control my smoke. I'm going to move this dust cloud, and as that laser hits the water and creates more refractory and reflecting, there's just this entire cloud of illusionary shit to distract them. And I'm going to look at them and I'm going, why would you ever drive a clear coffin? As I use the whisper, clear coffin, because they're clearly in a coffin. And they're just gonna crash. They're just all this distraction is just gonna cause them to crash.
They don't see the vines in the water.
Yeah, they don't see anything. Yeah. They put themselves in a coffin. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay. So with this illusionary mist that they slowly coalesces back into them right before they shoot their laser, the lights generated from both the party stuff on top and this light generated from them just creates this blind poof. They basically solar flare themselves, including the fish. And you just see it goes it just start careening off in random directions. And then all of a sudden, the shot goes off and just glances through the fog before you and just hear, holy shit, from the fog. And
Walsh looks at his little pocket watch. Still making good time.
Then we'll cut to you. I need you to make a... this one's going to be seals to lock down the ship because of the rain is now starting to collect on the deck and...
Well, ours. Okay.
Yeah.
What is our seals? 3?
Yes. Sorry. No, 2. Sorry, 2.
2?
Yeah.
We doomed.
Seals and stealth are our lowest 2.
Here we go.
Tater tots.
2 and a 3.
2 and a 3? Okay. So you notice this dripping through the cabin and you're like, that was always there, right? And so, but you decide you flip the switch. You're just this slow grinding. Nothing kind of really locks down.
Oh, shard.
And then you feel this little tingling.
Oh,
back of your scalp.
Yeah, that's not good.
And you're in the cabin.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm already dead. It's fine. It can't mutate me. I'm already dead.
And so outside on the deck, all of you who are just out on the deck in the rain now.
I'm not out on the deck.
I said whoever's out there.
Oh, you're looking at me, so I was like, no.
Right. So whoever's out exposed. You're going to take a point of damage.
That's fair.
I don't like it.
And the ship is going to take a point of damage, not to the armor, but to the internal system somewhere.
To seals?
You can choose where the damage goes. It just can't be armor.
Yeah, damage will go to the seals. I think
That makes
Or
the most
stealth.
logical sense.
Don't worry,
Sacrifice
everyone.
yourself.
I can fix it.
Nope.
We don't seal up. It's fine.
We're still black. We still have this.
So you've kept your distance from these guys pretty. Their entire initial assault completely vanquished. Then next we'll go to keep going. As you see, the finish line is now within the speeds you've been going before. You feel like you could definitely make it if you get some a good push within the next couple rounds.
Okay, so there's only 2 of us on the boat currently, right? You 2 are both off on operation.
Well, no, we're all on the boat, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then someone should overcharge the engine.
do you want to use your last half of that thing to overcharge the engine again?
Well, it turns out I have some glowing plasm that we could feed to the heart.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll drive this round. You guys can.
Okay.
Take
Okay. So who's on watch then?
I'll stay on watch.
The watch. Driving.
Overcharging the engine.
Overcharging the engine. And what's Melly doing?
You should repair our seals.
Sure.
This will be at a cut because of the storm, making it just a little bit harder. But you get advantage to do it anyway, so we'll just have it a normal roll.
Anyone else? It would have been a cut.
Advantage gives them an extra dice. A cut takes away the top dice. It's actually not
okay, yeah.
an
So
equivalent
you'll get an
exchange.
extra dice still. You'll still take away the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will go for repairs first.
Okay, so
I'm going to give you my armor shards.
well, no, I have stuff. I have salvage. So, sharps. I guess rattle is the appropriate one.
Yeah.
Now, do I get extra for living workshop?
Yes, you get an extra.
Side engineer.
You get an extra dice for the living workshop because it says you get advantage, and then your dockside engineer.
That just adds armor to the.
Yeah.
That's a long board.
Yeah. No.
But I do get one for my salvage I'm using, correct?
No, the salvage is
No?
what's letting
Okay.
you do it. Yeah.
Okay, I will use.
If you use extra salvage, I think you can add an advantage dice. Yes.
No, that's okay. I'll use my old tools.
Okay. So rattle plus your edge plus your advantage dice.
Yes. So I got 5, pair of 4s, and 2.
Okay, 5 with a conflict with a twist. So you the seals are totally fixed up a bit. It took you a little bit longer than you wanted. So if there is any type of emergency, you'll be the last one to respond in the focus round.
Okay.
And then we're going to cut over to the overcharger, who's pumping up the engines. What did you say you were using to do it?
Some glowing plasm.
Some glowing plasm. Okay, so as you approach the cocoon, remember how it had already been altered, the cocoon itself?
Yeah.
So it kind of opens for you.
Oh, cool.
For you to pour this glowing plasm onto the heart.
Yeah, sweet. Let's pick a ventricle and aortifies it.
So as you do this, you actually see the heart start circulating the glowing plasm, and the heart starts glowing and beating remarkably fast, and the cocoon just kind of wraps around it, form-fitting, and you see the threads expand out, and the pipes connect the holes in the ship, and it starts alien-fying the edges of the ship as it slowly creeps out, starting from the engine room. And and the ship kind of vibrates, and the heartbeat that kind of you felt before is now this thrumming breathing. as if the ship is alive, but not at the same time. You're going to be getting a +1 to your tilt.
Cool.
Permanently because of this. Because now the ship is alive and has a little bit of its own intuition.
Neat.
And there's no negatives, so that this won't burn the ship for doing this either. So you're going to get the extra distance. I'm assuming, unless you want the extra dice for rolling for things.
Distance. We go fast.
These are this. I'm winning.
Oh,
Okay,
we should have watched that last night.
and then watch roll.
5.
Okay, how fast are we going?
Ludicrous speed.
You even have to ask.
Too fast.
Too fast.
Too furious.
Right before the finish line, we're going to drop anchor.
So as you guys, thrumming like spans through, you start feeling it in the cabin. The wheel feels like warm in your hands as the ship purrs underneath of you, as it's happy to have someone driving it, and it just powers off. And like the sound it made before was like mechanical and clunky, and now it sounds smooth and almost silky. The way it all works together. As you just power off into the rain, bouncing over the waves, literally cutting through some of those green walls that came up, doesn't matter in front of you. You go right through them, leaving like dripping, like sticky net holes in the green walls that have appeared. As you guys just leave these people behind you in the dust, their family feud all but forgotten in this great divide.
See, we're helping people along the way.
Unity.
Yeah.
Through hatred.
Of us.
As you only see but glimmers of the ship finally escaping from the fog and the koi recovering from its like damaging retinal attack. His eyes are bleeding. As they're just still trying to catch up with you. As ahead of you, just off to the side, you might even need to make a roll here to avoid it, is just this fleet of shattered ships. All old and left over. Because the people own whatever dies here, right? So they just gather all the salvage and they'll come back to pick it up at another point when they need ship bits or if people are looking for stuff. So you as you just fly into the ship graveyard, I need you. The ship's living now, so I need you to make tilt rolls to see if you can make it through this without kind of carving up property or yourselves or who's driving.
I am.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. No,
Yep.
you're right.
That'll be a 6.
Well, okay then.
I'm a good driver. I'm high as a kite, but I'm a good driver.
You dodge, duck, dive, and weave, and dodge through these things. It's child's play.
I say I'm a good driver. It's the ship. We all know it's the
Yes.
You see Welsh just like, I'm driving. He's got a kid steering wheel
And the
in
ship's-
front of the real steering wheel. He's not even touching
The boat's a Tesla on autopilot, and you're just that human factor
doomed.
there in case things go wrong.
So doomed.
Oh no.
Usually, if you weren't going so fast, you might have time to like slow down, stop, maybe check it out, loot something. But you guys are just
Mulching
We're
anything.
in a race that's in a race. We don't got time for that.
we're in double race. I think that was the whole round because they are not nearly as fast as you when you guys are powered by like unknown behemoths.
And super rats.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Violence.
All right, and
Violence
that's
and drugs.
gonna be another round. You can see it within range. You know that this is like the last stretch for the scene stealing race you've gone on to.
Good. Then we can get back to the real race.
Get rid of this distraction.
Yeah, right? Let's destroy these chuds.
And then, at the finish line, you start seeing like a little bit of color and sparkly, shiny on one side, monotone and like dull on the other, but still colorful. Just blocky. As you approach the finish line with what appears to be nobody in your wake. Who's doing what?
Look out!
I can drive this time.
No, you drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll. Is their whole like families there watching the end of the race?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
generational trauma
Yeah,
is
okay.
waiting at them. at the end of this race.
I have something for this. I'll deal with the families.
Okay. I'm going to overcharge the engine by feeding that long cumber to the rats.
Okay. So that's actually going to last for 2 rounds because it was a 10-foot length of long cumber.
There's a lot of long
So
cumber.
I'm going to give. So you're going to get 2 extra boxes for the next. You can either take it in one fell swoop or take it on the next 2.
That's a 2 next 2.
Take it on the next 2, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And then we need our watch roll and our taskers.
Tasking
6.
6.
Oh, right. You were feeding the end. Yeah.
That was watch. So I have 6.
We're
Okay.
going so fast.
As we
Super
whip
peaceful.
by this finish line, I'm going to use the whisper peaceful hallucination to just give these people a little bit of calm before they realize what just happened. Because they're, I'm just gonna make their day a little bit nicer. Try and show them that it's just nice. It's a good day. They're having fun. They don't need to worry about us whipping through their race. And then, just doing something nice.
Good vibes.
Yeah,
At least
I'm sending good vibes to these people so that, like, as we whip through their race, they're not like, oh, what the fuck? They're just like, oh, okay. Later they can figure it out, but right now we're fine.
All right. So the pilot is going to need to make a roll here because as this like whisper echoes forward across you, there's no longer this like, hey, that's not our guys. Hey, those aren't our people. Like it kind of dulls down and then they just start cheering for a racer. They're just enjoying the event. They're reveling in the togetherness.
Aww.
And they
We
forget
bring
for a
people
moment
together.
their hatred and stuff as this like hook goes out with the first prize sack inside of it for you guys to hook on. And that so the people on the deck who
Family early.
can sacrifice and change their tasks, but the person who's driving has to make the attempt to catch it. With like a train hook type thing. Like you're catching that mailbag. And usually this first place was like intended for some type of family generational thing, so no idea what's in this sack.
Okay, just one?
There's just one dice.
Well, I was saying, is it just the one roll, or am I using my own?
It'll be the pilot plus whoever can help if they want to give up their task who's not doing the thing.
We've already done the things. He's pilot.
Okay, so you're
I think it's just him.
okay. So you're gonna use either the ship's tilt or whatever you think you can use out of your things to do this the best. Because you're either gonna use the ship's like hook that's hanging off the side, or you're gonna do it yourself.
Got 4 dice for tilt.
I got 4 as well.
If you
So it does.
scavenge
Makes sense.
for sense, that'd be 4. Can you get a bonus from any of your anything applicable that might give you a bonus?
I could use my whisper deja vu.
You saw this coming.
I saw this coming, and I've done something like this before.
You're ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just like shooting womp rats back home.
Absolutely.
4 dice either way.
Okay, so
Well, 4, and then plus 1 for deja vu.
you can take either
Should do
impact or
advantage.
extra dice for this.
Yeah, probably extra dice.
Yeah.
Dice.
Okay.
Extra impact. I steal the matriarch.
5, 4, 3, and a pair of 1s.
Okay, so
Twist.
5 with a twist. So you hook this sack, and everyone cheers as a raucous, loud like shout goes out. And they're like, everyone's happy. Ah, they're hugging, they're screaming. There's potato chips in the air. As you kind of like whip by, woo, thanks for all the fish. And then a shout goes up from behind them as the other two like just tear inside, all tired. The fish is like barely floating there, like drifting from side to side. Hey, he stole the heirlooms. He's not one of us. I don't even think any of them were mushrooms.
Heirloom mushrooms.
So, as you just leave them behind, as the crowd breaks out of their reverie, and it goes from this bonding moment of pure joy to this bonding moment of pure ancestral hatred. As the two that were trying to become who to see was become supremacy or the best is now one, all declaring war against the racers, who have constantly ruined their lives.
All while leaving the smell of licorice behind.
Them versus the seedlings.
And as you absolutely not just tear through the thing, but tear into a completely new branch of the line that seems to be lined with just adornments, extra materials, people watching avidly as you hear other things in the distance, as you just see a cacophony of green flares go up in the distance all around you. As you and at least 2 other teams have made it within the final markers, and the other teams catching up behind you on their 4th.
What's in my satchel?
It's in the satchel, you say. So inside this bag is 2 different mushrooms. One is like both of them with faces like the mandrakes from Harry Potter. One is like this wizened
children.
No, not no. So it's this desiccated old ginseng looking like effigy of an old woman.
Oh, you stole their grandma.
Mummies.
Well, and then also inside is this like little cherubic radish baby headed like curled up like living radish looking thing. They're the like epitome of the peak of the generational cultivation between the 2 different clans of like one is the plant of youthful vigor and one is the spike of senile wisdom.
So one old, one young.
Yeah,
mushroom.
both with like faces and what look to be like bodies.
Okay, so a mush baby and a mush mommy.
I don't like when you put it
I don't like the way you did that either. And as you leave this wake of chaos and compromise and cooperation behind you, as the true murdering hobo anti-heroes you are, solving and causing problems, I think we're going to call it there for this one. I was Austin, the avid listener.
I was Dylan, the onion.
I was Taylor, playing Caesar.
Chris is Millie.
Ian is Welsh.
And we are sponsored by nobody, signing off.